Welcome back. We're at the apartment unit plumbing fixtures about water conservation, section 36. The first question, do the apartment units have low flow toilets less than 2 gallons per flush, or GPF? If you're aware that they are and you know what the actual GPF per flush is, you'd indicate whether it's below 2 with a yes, otherwise you'd indicate no. Often on the toilets, right behind the seat is an embossing or logo that indicates what that flush per gallon is. But if you can't find it, we want you to indicate no as well, and indicate the height of the water from the base of the tank to the height where it normally stands. So let's assume that's 8 inches, and what the width of the actual bowl is. The water tank is, and actually the depth. So you'd indicate those in measurements in inches and proceed on. We'll have this measurement of toilets several times. When that occurs in the future, I won't go over in as much detail, but the key thing is the height is actually the height of the water level, not necessarily the entire tank. Do the apartment units have low flow shower heads less than 3 gallons per minute? So if you're aware that they are, and you can find the writing on the edge of the shower head, and it's less than 3 gallons per minute, or GPM, then you'd indicate yes, it is. Otherwise you'd indicate no. But if you do not know what it is and you can't find it, then you indicate no. And what we want you to do is take a 1 gallon bucket and tell us how long it takes to fill that in seconds. So you would just fill a bucket with the typical shower head you have around your dwelling units, and give us it in seconds. This will happen several times throughout the water conservation related to shower heads for common areas, and in this case. So I won't describe it in as much detail next time. Question 3, do the apartment units have low flow bathroom sink aerators less than 1 gallon per minute, GPM? So if you can actually see it on the edge of the head of the faucet, and you can identify that it is truly less than 1 gallon per minute, or less than 1 GPM, you'd indicate yes. If it actually is more than that, put no, or put no and fill a 1 gallon bucket and measure how long that takes to fill that 1 gallon bucket in seconds, of course. Section 37 is common area plumbing fixtures. We now have the low flow toilets again, and the 2 gallons per flush. If it is less than 2 gallons per flush, indicate yes. If you can identify it and is not, just put no. Otherwise you put no if you don't know, and indicate the height of the water in inches, the actual width of the bowl in inches, and the depth of the bowl in inches, and then proceed on. Do the common area urinals have low flow less than 1 gallon per flush? If you happen to have urinals on your site, you'd indicate this question. Otherwise you just skip right over it. So if the urinal has 1 gallon per flush valves, then indicate, if it's less, indicate yes. If you know it's not, put no. But if you're not sure, because it's very difficult to measure this from a water consumption standpoint, just say I don't know. The key thing here is to know that that there is a urinal, and whether it is or not above that gallons per flush. Do the common area showers have low flow shower heads? So if you do have showers in your common area, like in your recreational room or the like, we want to know whether it's less than 3 gallons per minute, GPM. So as previously, indicate yes. If you can find that it is less than 3 gallons, you'd indicate no. If you're not sure, then indicate no and measure how long it takes to fill a 1 gallon bucket in seconds. Do the common area sinks have low flow sink aerators less than 1 gallon per minute? Again, if you can identify that it is less than 1, you'd indicate yes. If you can identify it is, if it's not and it's greater than 1 gallon, put no. If you're not sure or can't find it, put no and measure the actual duration in seconds, how long it takes to fill a 1 gallon bucket. Section 38, common area hot water tanks. Is there a separate common area hot water tank for restrooms, showers, and common area sinks? If the answer is yes, you'd indicate yes, otherwise answer no and go to section 40. Common area hot water tanks. Is the hot water tank gas or electric? You'd indicate whether it's a gas, electric, whether it's one of those inline Insta-Hot gas or Insta-Hot electric systems. So it's a tank. These last two, Insta-Hot, are the tankless systems that have no tank and they just generate the hot water on demand. They're often called on-demand systems. Question 2 of this section, what is the age of those hot water systems? You'd indicate the average age. And what is the general condition? What's the size of the tank? If it is an Insta-Hot, then you don't need to answer this. But otherwise, you'd indicate what the size of that tank is and what the temperature of water that's in that tank, what it's set to. And if you can't easily find that, then measure it as we indicated after 3 to 5 minutes of running that water. Is the actual tank insulated with an insulating blanket? You'd indicate yes or no, and whether or not those pipes are insulated. This next section is on thermostats. Section 40, are the apartment unit thermostats digital and programmable? The key thing we're after is, can it be set back at night? So does it have a programming function either by the day or by the week or by the calendar day throughout the year, that you can actually set a different temperature starting at a certain time at night? So if yes, indicate yes. If not, no. If you're not sure, just indicate I don't know. And the same question for the common area thermostats. Are they digital and programmable? And the key thing we're after is, can it be set back on weekends and nights and so forth? So you'd indicate yes or no, and I don't know. At this point, we've finished the apartment units and thermostats. In the next section, we'll get into master meters. So see you then.